Hey y'all, we are back. We are back. Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. What this is all about. If you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism discussion, this is open discussion where we come together to learn, share, and support one another. This is just another extension of Autism and Us, a way online social gathering. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins. I'm going to see if Linda is going to come in and Mr. Charles. So, in the meantime, how is everybody? How was your holiday? Hey, Michelle. And while we're waiting, um, for those of you who are interested, our book club has began. We're starting our first read of the year. So if you haven't joined the book club, come on over. I do book giveaways every month when we start a new book. And it again, that's another extension for us to learn, share, and support and discuss books. All the books that we will be reading will be about or related to autism. And it's great to, you know, learn others' perspectives on autism, and all of our journeys aren't the same. So it'll be good to read and get some tips and ideas and share our experiences if we've been there. And our first book is by Barbara Santiago, My Autism Sentiment Diary. So yeah, we are up and going. So if you'd like to join the book club, I'm gonna put the link in. I'll have it in here if I can find it. One second, you guys. I'm gonna put the book club link in the chat. And why not? It's free to join. And again, another way we'll have monthly discussions and you can post throughout the month any questions you have about the book we are reading. We also have a video up right now. Barbara Santiago, she's introducing herself and sharing her why and also other things that she has going. So check the group out. Join us. And our first discussion, I put up a poll. So probably will be the 4 week mark of every month. But again, throughout the month, I'll be putting out questions and, kind of make it fun. And you guys can post up about the book. And then we'll vote on our next book next month. We'll get together and you give us some suggestions. You guys can give us suggestions and we can vote on it. So, hey, Michelle, did I say hey to you? Hey, Holly, how are you? Oh, well, we are back. We are back. Mr. Charles, let me put the link in for you. Let me put the link in for Mr. Charles. Uh, Here we go. Let's see if it go in there. Yeah. Victoria, hello, hello. Kenyana, how are you? Hi, Julie. Althea, how are you? Sheila, hello. I didn't get a topic because the holidays and everything going on. I've been working. Next month my plan is the retirement, so I've been doing that. I've been busy. I've been mentally and physically drained trying to do this and that. But next week we'll get a topic together. And here's Mr. Charles. And William says, what type of book suggestions? If you are part of the book club, that's what I'm referring to. So next month, we'll throw in a pot a few books. It has to be about autism or related to autism. And then as a group, in the book club group, we'll vote on it and see what our next read will be. And if you guys know any authors, please send them my way. Maybe we can get an interview and review their books, have a discussion. Miguel, first time viewer here, ready to learn with an open mind and an open heart. Well, this is open discussion, Miguel. Um, you just throw if you have a question, or if you can help someone else out who has a question. Um, just open discussion. Let's talk autism. Let's talk about. Sometimes we break the monotony, have a laugh or two. Mr. Charles is hilarious, so you'll enjoy him. Um, I bet you are excited. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm counting it down. I'm counting it down before the end. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Michelle says Kansas is preparing for our next. Oh, goodness. It snowed here. Well, we have a little thin sheet of snow right now. Who else is dealing with snowstorms coming and wreaking havoc on our kiddos? Oh, my goodness.
Here in Connecticut, where Cindy and I live, we have a few centimeters of snow, maybe as much as 10. I wouldn't say any more than 10 centimeters, but
Uh-oh.
they've
Charles
gotten
froze.
more.
Oh, there you go. You froze for a minute.
Yeah. I'm saying here where Cindy and I live, we got about 10 centimeters of snow. I would say maybe not even that much, but farther north in the state, they got more.
Okay. We got a little bit. I'm not looking forward to any more. I have started my retirement as well. Well, awesome.
All
Congratulations.
right.
God bless us. We made it. Yes. Yes. Um, Kenyana says, wish we got snow. Come on up. Come on to Michigan. You can have it. Take it back with you. William says, two autistic children and here to help anyone. That's what it's all about, William, with the open mind
Yep.
and heart. Thank you. Thank you. How old are your children, William? Hi, Lori. How are you?
Hi, Lori.
We got about a foot in upstate New York in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
About
Ooh,
30
New York
centimeters.
is really cold, gets really cold anyway, doesn't it? New York gets a lot of snow, huh?
Yeah, it depends on where upstate too you're talking about. Whether it's upstate means pretty much anything other than New York City, Long Island, and Westchester County. Anything beyond that is considered upstate. So it includes a lot. It includes everything from Orange County all the way to Buffalo and to Watertown and
Okay.
to Plattsburgh.
William says upstate New York more bipolar than any human I know. Weather is crazy, huh? Lori says, congrats. Thank you very much. It said we got 4 inches of white, barely a trace left. Oh, it's gone. Phew. That's what I like. Fall and go away. I am going into a third IEP meeting for my seventh grader. Are there any alternatives I can suggest for PE class? Anyone has any suggestions? And when you say, "Oh, you want to get out of PE class," it depends on what they offer. What you think, Mr. Charles? It depends on what the
Yeah,
school offers.
yeah, it really does. I mean, when I grew up, PE or phys ed, we called it. We didn't abbreviate PE then, but it was mandatory for everyone. However, when it came to some things where I couldn't do what the other kids did, they gave me some alternate things to do, like with weightlifting. I didn't quite have the strength that the other kids had, so I lifted some smaller weights. But other than that, I mean, it still everybody pretty much had to take it.
Yeah, so I would definitely find out what other things they have besides PE, um, that he can take in the school. I guess it would all depend on that and what he's capable of doing. Anyone else have any suggestions for Alethea? Is that it? Did I say Althea? Alethea. I hope I'm
Alethea, yeah,
yeah, I hope I'm saying that right.
Alethea.
Michelle says you can have all our snow. It sucks having to ride the bus to work. Ooh, I can imagine. Oh, snow, it sucks. My daughter is 12 and my son is 10. Okay, okay.
Right.
And for those of you, a little bit about me, I have a 17-year-old. He'll be out of high school this year. This is his year, 2024. He's on the spectrum, level 3. Um, he went through speech for like 4 years, so he was nonverbal, and now he's gotten better. He can say some words. He has some functional language, so that's good. Um, but he's a handful. He's 17 and has lots and lots of energy. Some of his favorite things, he loves to exercise. He has the boxing thing for his energy. He has one here. His dad bought him another, a bigger one for at his house. So, we both, when that inner adrenaline gets to going and that head gets to moving and he's back and forth, just like go downstairs and punch on the bag, please. But other than that, he's a sweetheart. He's lovable. He loves to give kisses and hugs, and um, he's my baby. Sometimes he has me pulling out my hair, but yeah, he's still my baby. Adapted PE. So, it are you looking for adapted PE or something other than PE? I know what they do with well, they include my son's class with the PE class, but they usually, have them doing stuff like bouncing the ball and uh, exercising all together and running around the gym. Not too many of them in there, but he has a small class, and then uh, they'll go in with like maybe the 10th graders or something for PE time. He enjoys it though. He enjoys it. Lori says, I'm in Canada and stock up for storms to stay in. Okay. What part of Canada are you in, Lori? You guys get a lot of snow, I can imagine. They don't offer, oh, okay. They don't offer adaptive PX. Okay.
Yeah. So it's either take it or get some alternative to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Brooklyn didn't get any accumulation, only wet flakes with rain. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Ooh,
kind of the same thing in Connecticut, depending on where you were. Farther west and the farther north you were, the more likely you were to get some significant snow. New London got only rain.
okay. Yeah, we had some cold rain the other day too. Victoria says I have three with autism, 8, 7, and 6. Wow. Wow, are they that old already? I'm thinking they still little.
And close
8,
together too.
yeah, yeah. 8, 7, and 6. Alethea says options for him other than that, than what they are doing. Yeah. You said alternative to PE, so I was wondering, um, is do they offer anything else in the school um, that uh, that he may be able to do besides PE? William says New York City. That's your hometown. All right.
My hometown too. That's where I was born, New York.
New York, New York. Okay, thank you. Yes, Alethea. Okay, okay. I got it. Every day is literally a new learning experience. Yes, it is. Always learning. Hey,
I agree. So,
Teresa. My son's school took him out of PE completely. Ask about other classes they can get PE credit for. Stand your ground to get what your child needs. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Right there. I have to play on the playground like a big kid with them and love it. Oh yeah, you
Okay.
know. My daughter does lots of exercises too. Okay. Yeah, well that's good. Keep them in shape. DeAndre just has all this energy. He just has to do it. He has to be moving. Gotta do that. It's a 200 plus class and they don't. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot. That's a very big class.
Yeah, how do
That's
you manage a PE class with 200 plus students in it?
right. That must be a big school. Tawanda, hello. How are you?
Hi, Tawanda.
My son, 19, 5'10", and 160 pounds. He paces a lot. He is getting calluses on his feet, but he won't stay sitting down. Now, my granddaughter, she paces too. She has to have on her. She's on the spectrum too, but she has to have on her headphones, and I guess that's their way of stimming. But she's constantly moving back and forth, back and forth. I could just sit here like this and like she back and forth. She doesn't have as much energy as my son does, but she walks. She walks, and her other thing is talking to herself or listening to the music and just constantly walking. And she'll do that all day long. Oh,
And
you're
more
in
help.
Montreal.
Okay. All right. Parlez-vous français?
Oh, they speak French there, huh?
Yeah,
Montreal.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. They do. We
The
are having
majority, yeah.
a snowstorm now. Wow. Okay, well, stay warm. Stay warm. In Michigan, getting snow starting Monday night. Had a little, yeah, we have a little. I'm here in Michigan too. I'm in the city. We got a little thin sheet of snow. I wasn't looking forward to any more, Julie. Not looking forward to any more. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know we got people in different parts of Michigan. I know somebody from Dowagiac in this group.
Yeah, that's Beth. Is Beth in here? I didn't see her come in yet.
Yeah, and of course I went to college at Michigan State, so you know.
One thing I don't like is my daughter's pain receptors are off, and I can't tell if she ever hurt herself.
Oh
Ah,
boy.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess the thing with that too, sometimes we have to learn the signals of our kids. I mean, you can never. Sometimes I can never really tell when my son is in pain, but sometimes he'll say "ouch" and point. So then I know. But yeah, you have to try and learn the little signals that she may give. Yeah, because I know this got to be hard when you don't know when something's wrong. Does anyone use low aerosol
low
approach,
arousal approach.
arousal, aerosol, arousal approach? If so, has it been positive
Change.
changes? Okay, can somebody explain that to me? I haven't heard of the
Yeah,
low
I've
arousal.
heard of it, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, you'll have to explain that. Anyone else try that? I'm interested to hearing what it's all about. Julie says, my son is like that. It can be scary when they hit their head a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. My son would blow a gasket if he had to be in a large class like that. Yes, that 200, that is a huge class. I think DeAndre would too. Here we have so many kiddos that are on the spectrum. They have decided P can be worked around. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
At
mean,
least they notice that.
that just it blows my mind. How do you manage a PE class? I mean, if you're the teacher, how do you manage a PE class that's got 200 kids in it?
Yeah, they have to have
I
at
don't know
least
how you do that.
they have to have at least five, 10, because that's huge. 200 plus. The only thing they have offered my son is walking around the gym during that time, but he still gets points taken off for not participating in the activity. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that needs to be written in his IEP that
Yeah,
he gets full
definitely.
credit for doing what he does because because that's related to his disability. You can't. That's not. It's not fair to penalize a kid for his disability.
Hmm. Right, you can't. So I would definitely bring that up your next meeting. Definitely. Right? And I run like Forrest Gump every time. What
Yeah,
is
but yeah, that not getting credit taken off for not participating that needs to be written
right?
explicitly into the IEP
Hmm.
because you
That
can take
shouldn't
it for
happen.
granted when you're putting the IEP together. Well, the kid doesn't have to do this, but it doesn't say he can't be docked in his grade for not doing it.
Hmm. Yeah, so definitely bring that up. Make that a point. Victoria, I understand that two of my kids can't tell me when or how they are sick. Oh, my daughter trains others at the gym because of her love for the gym. Okay, Lori. Okay. Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, it is a big school, four elementary schools that come together into one middle school. He has high anxiety with the class. I can imagine. I
Yeah,
probably would have real high anxiety also. Yeah, because that's a humongous class. So, yeah, like Mr. Charles says, I would definitely make it a point to, um, he shouldn't be marked for not wanting to, walk around. Points shouldn't be taken off at
yeah. If
all.
it's in his IEP that he doesn't have to participate in certain activities, then he should not. His grade should not be affected by his not participating in those activities.
I wish he would wear the headphones. Okay, he just paces without headphones. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes headphones can, in themselves, be a sensory issue for some kids. Some kids they fix a sensory issue. Others they create a sensory issue.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on here to see um Miguel's because it cuts off. Give me 1 second, Miguel. I'm gonna put your 1 second. I have to go in here. The StreamYard. Oh, goodness. Okay. StreamYard cuts off. Uh, okay, here we go. Let me put this up. And Miguel says, not sure if anyone has put much thought into this, but curious to know what others have planned for your children when you are no longer, let's say, not around any longer. This scares me almost on a daily basis, is wondering what will become of my son when my wife and I are gone and we can no longer care for him. He has an older sister, but I feel that it would be unfair for us to put that responsibility on her, especially when he's an adult. Any thoughts or suggestions on how we can prepare him for this and make sure that he'll be fine on his own? One um one thing would be, and I know a lot of people cringe when they hear like group home settings or you know, I would definitely start searching. I think that's something a lot of us parents worry about. I know I worry about it too. Um, I have four kids, and the three older ones have promised to take care of their brother once I'm gone, but and once his dad's gone. But like you said, you really don't want to put that burden on them, and it's unfair. Um, I had always said that maybe if they could keep him like a couple days, and maybe we can all real soon because he'll be an adult in a minute. Maybe try to find some type of assisted living or group home research. I would talk to your social workers and see what they recommend. Visit different places. I don't know the procedure and how you would go about getting them in. I did hear a while back. It's best to start when they're young to put them on because there's waiting lists for the good ones. So it's best to start or put them on the waiting list when they're young, and just get a plan together. I mean, what else can you do? You know, you have to find somewhere that will last long. And if like I want to do, maybe rotate between the older kids and you know have them go to a assisted living. But it's definitely something. Anyone else have a suggestion?
And
Something to think.
I'll say a
Go ahead.
lot depends on the level that the child is at, and that's something that you haven't really said here. That he hasn't really said what level
Hmm.
an autistic youngster is at, because in my case, although my parents really didn't know what the problem was, I'd never even heard about autism until I was in my 30s. Never even heard the term and never knew it had anything to do with me till I was in my late 40s. But still,
You were
the
able. You were able
yeah,
because for those who don't
uh,
know, Mr. Charles would be considered level one. So he's able to make decisions, and um, so he was able to live on your own, right? Pretty much
yeah, yeah.
without too much
When I was
assistance.
in my senior year of high school, my mom and I made weekly visits to two psychologists in nearby town of Norwalk, and mom would talk with one psychologist while I talked with the other, and they were able to prepare me for college life and also help me in dealing better with some of the issues that were arising at home and so on, dealing with aggression and things like that. And so anyway, with their help, I was able to, that was one thing that helped in being ready for college life. Because then I went to college at Michigan State, more than 1,000 kilometers away from home. So,
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, like Mr. Charles said, it would depend on the level. But definitely, if something you worry about, if two, level three, I would start researching right now. Especially if you don't want to put that burden on, your family. But anyone else have any suggestions? Lori says, I speak French. That was good. Your French accent was good, Mr. Charles.
yeah, it's funny, isn't it? When I've traveled to Quebec, I've learned that you know the French they speak in Quebec is the Quebecois speak is different from what they speak in France, what they teach you in
Oh,
textbooks.
really?
Some of the pronunciation is a little different. It's not the
Okay.
vocabulary is that much difference, but the pronunciation is different. Uh, you know, and I've come to appreciate that. But it's been a while since I've been there now.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I wish that was the case. Only a handful in the class. He gets high anxiety and kids are competitive and yelling at him, and he doesn't want to play. Oh, I had to learn if Jaden is really hurt, he will overreact. Okay. Yeah, you got to learn those signals, and sometimes it's hard for some. Kenyatta said, my kiddo is currently around fourth grade levels, 4 grade levels behind and forgets skills after new skills are introduced. At this point, should we just focus on life skills and fundamental skills? I would say just keep doing what you're doing. You know, get him whatever his grade level is. Get him, just keep working and life skills. Combine, the two. I wouldn't say just focus on life skills, but combine the two. Anyone else have any suggestions?
Yeah, that's probably what I would say too. I mean, that is a problem though, and the child forgets things he learned before as he learns new things. And
Mhm.
of course, that's something I never had a problem with, but other than to the extent that most of us, have the issue of if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
But other than that, most of it's I've just had that to the level most people have of you forget something you don't use, but you know, even then you don't forget it completely.
Right. I accidentally was laughing at my daughter because I thought she was joking when she was talking sometimes. Nobody knew she was on the spectrum in 1990. Okay.
Yeah, well, it was 1995 that I first began to suspect it, particularly after watching the movie Rain Man at my daughter's urging. And then 1996, I got my diagnosis.
Okay. They have 2 to 3 teachers for his class.
Yeah.
Seems like they should
Okay.
have a lot more.
Yeah, even 2 to 3 teachers managing 200 students.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
that would definitely I
that blows my
probably
mind.
would bring that up in a meeting. That's just too much. That's just too much.
Yeah,
Definitely bring that up. Happy
I
New
cannot
Year,
even.
Twins and Company. And Happy New Year, everyone, if I haven't said it before. Happy New Year. It's 2024, you guys.
Yeah, I cannot even if all those kids were neurotypical.
Uh,
I don't care. 200 kids. I cannot imagine 2 or 3 teachers managing 200
right.
kids in one class,
It
no
would
matter
seem
what it
almost
is, but
impossible.
especially PE because you're talking activity here. You've got to drive activities, and how do you manage activities for you know, 2 or 300 kids, and there's just 200 kids, and there's just 2 or 3 teachers. Uh,
Right.
I can't understand how they do it, even if the issue of autism and other disabilities is off the table.
Yeah, that's a lot. Here they have PBS classes. My son is full time in there. It's too hard for him to handle the big class. What is PBS class?
Public broadcasting system.
Sir Charles. Thank you. I will do that definitely. Victoria says I always focus on life skills regardless of whether they are on level academically or not. Okay. Same with my son. Yes. Especially because it's the only alternative they are offering. Oh, that's the PBS. The low arousal approach is a collection of behavior management strategies that focus on avoidance of confrontation. It's primarily achieved by redirection of triggers. Focus on avoidance of confront. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard too much of that, but I mean, kind of it's kind of almost reminds me of uh other behavior therapies, but a little bit, I guess, avoidance of confrontations and redirection. Has anyone in here tried that low arousal approach? He broke them. He broke the headphones. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we go through so much headphones, iPads. Oh my goodness, as parents. My daughter needed music blasting to do her math homework. Wow,
Wow.
really? That would definitely be a distraction for me.
Well, that shows the differences because for some kids, music blasting is a you got to get out of here thing. I mean, it's funny though when Cindy and I went to that formal this past fall when this time with the loud music, I was out there on the floor dancing to it. And two of Cindy's because Cindy couldn't get out there with me. Two of her friends got out there with me. Took
And you cut
turns.
the rug,
Yeah.
Mr. Charles. We have tried headphones with my son, also both headphones and earphones, and he won't wear either because of sensory issues. Okay. I expect my son will be happy alone when he becomes alone. he likes he likes being alone. He is 32, married, and he just got pregnant. Huh? But
Maybe it means his wife got pregnant.
but he was not supposed to want to get pregnant. That was the deal. Then I just heard he's having a baby. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of confused there, Lori, but I'm guessing you're speaking on his wife. When my daughter has a fit, I tend to hug her and sing to her and give her that consistency. Okay. Well, very good. You know what she needs. Anyone who has two on the spectrum, do you notice they are completely opposite of each other? I mean, I understand each person is different, but my two are complete opposite in every way. Makes a whole new challenge when the needs are so different. One loves quiet while the other loves loud. One is super sensitive to touch and hates to be touched. Other loves to be squeezed and hugged tightly. One runs all day and other hates any kind of exercise. Now, I don't have two, I have one, but my granddaughter, she's always around, and her and my son are completely opposites. I know Victoria can probably answer that one. But yeah, I there's big differences between those two. Um, Mr. Charles, my son always said he can not handle having a child. I am here for them, but they don't want me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I have three on the spectrum, one for each level, and their needs are so different and very hard to accommodate. Oh, yes, I can
I can
imagine.
imagine.
I love that, Mr. Charles. No, not opposite, pretty much the same. Not, both did. Oh, you're saying your son and, huh? I'm confused. Are you saying your son and your daughter? Or your son and daughter-in-law didn't want kids? I'm lost. I'm sorry, Lori. I'm lost. Is the former name Asperger's what level one is? We weren't given a level, but told that if they still use the term Asperger's, that's where my son will fall. He is 13 years old, but has ASD and ADHD with a few other things too. Mr. Charles?
Yeah. In fact, my initial diagnosis was with Asperger. I just refer to myself as being level one because that's the current terminology. But what I was formally diagnosed with was Asperger syndrome, and that term is kind of passed into disuse. Some people found it offensive for different reasons. I don't know about that. I think the problem with discarding terms because quote unquote some people find it offensive is that unless there's a very good reason why a large number of people are offended by something. You get something on the order of the N word. Um, you know, these people find this offensive. Oh, who finds it offensive? You can't please everyone. It comes down to it. But still, level one is the current terminology in vogue. Some people want to get rid of the levels. I say that's crazy. If you get rid of the level designations, people are going to come up with some way to express the idea that they represent.
Oh, yeah. Very comforting and helpful answer. Thank you, Mr. Charles. You're an inspiration. We love Mr. Charles. My daughter is low spectrum, and my son is higher on the spectrum with learning disabilities. Okay. Just keep working on life skills and whatever level they are at. Just don't give up. That's for you, Kenyana. Yes. Don't give up. That's for sure. We repeat the learn skill until it kind of sticks. It's written into their IEP. Okay. Hey, Dinah. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hi, Dinah.
Happy New Year. You are so welcome. We haven't tried that. My kiddo is in ABA. Okay, awesome. So ABA will definitely help with the life skills. Never give up on the academic skills, no matter how behind they get. Life skills are needed no matter what level. If the child is on a third grade level, continue that. Honestly, my son was not taught anything but life skills and became 2 years behind. But at his IEP meeting, they said some of his math is now 3 years ahead. Awesome. Now, DeAndre is more like second grade level. Um, yeah, I believe it was second grade level. They said, "Hey, Danielle, how
Hi,
are you,
Danielle.
my friend? Happy New Year." We use the Hannah approach in ABA right now, and we are thrive.
Hi,
Awesome.
Julie. So, what's
Okay.
the Hannah approach? I wonder.
Yes, yes. Tell us what the Hannah approach is. And here's the PBS: positive behavioral support. It is not only for bad behavior, it is really helpful to kiddos that struggle in the school setting. Okay. Okay, awesome. PBS. My two kids did not want kids. Okay. I was saying my two kids were really the same, not opposite, but did not want kids. Now my married son is having a baby. Okay.
I
Dinah
got it.
says Asperger's is now level 1 on the spectrum. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, one of the reasons for discarding Asperger also, though, was that it was difficult for parents to get support for the kids with an Asperger diagnosis, whereas autism generally was kind of the magic word that got support for their kids, and so that was another issue that and when you have kids with special needs, you want them to get the support they need, and if you have a label that doesn't get you that support, well, you need a label that does get you that support.
Okay, Julie says, and this is for the Hannah approach: natural environmental teaching, NET, also referred to as naturalistic teaching, is a personalized teaching method used in applied behavior analysis therapy. NET focuses on letting the child take the lead while learning new skill in an environment they are in every day. Although NET looks and feels, I was just about to say that sounds like play therapy. Playtime for a child. It is an evidence based teaching method that can be used to teach socialization and communication skills. Okay.
That sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
There's
the
so
thing is,
many. There's so many different therapies and different approaches. We all have to remember we have to find something that just works for our children. And if
I
it
think
works,
that's
we quit it.
I
Oh,
think
go
that's the key. If it works, don't knock it.
right, right. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's not in my name to give up. All right. And where there is a will, there is a way.
All
That's
right,
right.
very good.
That's right. Michelle Gordon. Oh, oh, he's I'm saying Michelle Gordon. Is that something the school, about PBS? Is that something school has to offer, or our kids will have to show they need this? I had him go through behavioral evaluation, but he didn't prove that he needed it in school. He doesn't have explosive behaviors. It's more attitude, facial expressions, and inappropriate words that he shows he's upset. My kiddo is a level 2. He is smack dab in the middle of the spectrum. Okay.
Okay.
Label matter to make people pay attention. I think they also label, yeah, it matters to help them pay attention and to help us get services. A lot of people don't like labels, but they help, you know, our babies get services they need.
And I think that's another reason too why they stopped using expressions like high functioning, because that can be a roadblock to getting services. Oh,
Mhm.
he's high functioning, so he
Yeah,
doesn't need,
he doesn't
yeah.
need this. Right, right. Lori says, pay attention to me, the parent trying to teach the teacher what to do. Yeah. I think yeah, well, with you saying that, I think it's important that as parents we should always communicate with the teachers. I talk to DeAndre's teacher all the time. So I think it's very important. She lets me know what he's doing. I let her know what approaches she could take if he's acting up, vice versa. So that's important. So definitely you have to your the teachers have to learn your child. So you should always be available if something were to happen, to let them know approaches they can take. And, the same for them. They can offer some great advice for when they are at home. So that's important. The word autism made the teachers pay attention to what the parent is saying. They know their kids. Yeah. They don't really know them until they know them, but they know them. So many people are offended by everything. Yes. Oh my goodness. I think everyone just needs to worry about their own self. It's like a football team's changing names because someone was offended, but not seeing that some of the team names brought positive attention to the person they are using. Yes, I agree with that, Michelle. Yeah, people get offended at the drop of a dime. I don't believe they are labels. I believe they are diagnoses. Yes, but it is a label when, my son has autism. So I mean, just like I'm a mom is a label.
Diagnosis becomes a label.
Yes. It's a part of who they are. Um, Not here. The teachers, especially the special ed teachers, think they know all there is to know about. Wow. Yeah, I would have to sit down and I would say, I don't think you know my child very well. Uh-uh. Upstate New York is something different. Uh, Upstate New York is something different because when you know what works for your kids, they don't listen until something bad happens. And it's sad, oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's not
And,
good.
on that other comment, what that reminded me of was my late first wife Judy had an unmarried great aunt who knew all about raising kids because she babysat kids, and so she
She just
tried to
knew everything.
boss Judy around when it came to raising our daughter.
She just knew everything, huh? I
Yeah,
think a label
because
is
she
only
had
a label.
babysat kids.
If you get a diagnosis and don't do anything about it, I don't see it as a label if you are addressing the issue or challenges. Very well put, Julie. Okay, you guys, we are at our end, our last 10 minutes. So I'm going to put the link in if anyone anyone wants to come up and share anything, if you have a business or organization, you have an event coming up, you are welcome to come on up and share with us. If you just want to say a good word, offer some inspiration, some motivation, you are welcome to come up. So we got about a few more minutes left. So I just put the link in. You are welcome to join us up here. Michelle says, I'm not sure the criteria. It could be something to bring up during the IEP meeting. Are there any good books to help kiddos who are teenagers on the spectrum with their mood swings, body changes, something similar that my son could understand? Anyone have any book suggestions for Alethea? Please give her the name of the books. When did a label turn so bad? Right. I communicate with my son's teacher all the time. I even have her cell phone number and she has mine. There are only 8 kids in his class. So the communication is very open. Yep. Yep. And that's how it should be. Open. Okay. So anyone wants to come on up, come on up. Thanks. That now I might come up in a month. Okay. Okay, Lori.
Lori.
Another great discussion I missed in the group. Missed this group. I've had to pop the holiday bubble. Back to school tomorrow. Yes, Danielle.
All right.
Back to school. Yep, back to school. Okay, so I'm trying to go up here. Give me a second. Give me a second, you guys. Just a quick reminder. For those book club, the group is open. Join. Come on, join us. We're starting our first read of the month by Barbara Santiago. There's a video she sent, very graciously sent, as an introduction to herself and what she is doing now. And we're starting this book. We're going to read the first half, and then we are going to have discussions once a month. And we will choose our next, we'll throw some books in the pot next month for our next read. But all books must be about or related to autism. And I hope you guys join us. Join us over there. It's just another extension for us to learn, share, and support one another. We had started the book club a while back, but things happen. But we're gonna keep it going this time. We gonna get it going and keep it going. I just need a few of you motivated people. Okay, you guys, no one wants to come up. So we are going to call it a night. Victoria said we'd be back to school if I could ever get my poor babies. Well, I hope everybody feels better and get over the sickness. It's a lot. It's the bugs going around. So everybody, we are gonna call it a night. Same time, same place. Next Sunday. And I hope to see most of you over at the book club. Have a great evening, everyone. Mr. Charles, you have any last words?
Just everybody have a good week, and just try to stay optimistic, and look forward to next week's discussion.
All right. Maybe we'll have a topic then. Michelle says, I just want to let you all know how strong you are. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. You are loved. You are enough. You mean so much to us. Take care of your own needs so you can continue this work. Yes. Thank you. Danielle says, have a great week, everyone. Self-care, deep breath, short walk, long walk. Yes. Lori says, bye, parents. Bye forever. Bye forever. See you later. I hope you come back, William. I hope. Where do you meet in the group? I'll put the link in again for you, twin. I'm gonna put the link in here. Oh, where am I at? Put the link in here for you.
Yeah, what time is the next discussion? If you can let us give a kind of a heads up, that way I can be, I
Well, I
can
have a poll in the
be
group right
ready for it.
now. I have a poll going in the group, so I'll look over the poll tomorrow, and then I'll post up our live discussion.
Okay.
Uh, let's see. Victoria says, "Love to you all." Holly says, "Always look forward to this group chat. Have a great week, everyone. You too."
You too, Holly.
You meant see you later. Okay. Thanks, Danielle. Thank, thank you to all. Okay, everybody. Good night. Have a great evening.
All
Bye.
right. Night, everyone.
Thank you.